Hi, Steph. So, wow, it's been so long. Thank you for joining us today. And please tell us, where are you currently at this particular point in time?
Hi, Ronnie. Nice to see you. As we were saying just before, it's been too long, so I'm glad to have a catch up with you right now. So currently, I'm in the UK. I'm at my parents' house in Wigan, which is just outside of Manchester. For those who don't know
Okay.
where Wigan is. um, so yeah, so for everybody else, my name is Steph, and I've been in Hangzhou for the last 5 years now. Yeah, this is my fifth year living in Hangzhou, although I haven't spent much time there this year so far because of the coronavirus. And I work for an electronics distributor. We're a British company, and we have a purchasing office in Hangzhou. So yeah, I'm usually based over there. Our headquarters is here in Manchester. So yeah, I do come back around, well, yeah, twice a year to yeah, to catch up with the guys in the office here. Although this time it was an unexpected trip. Um, so uh, yeah, at the beginning, when the virus was starting to spread in China, I was in Hangzhou still during that first week when Wuhan was getting locked down, and I had already booked a flight to Russia. I planned to go there for Chinese New Year, just spend a week there. And so yeah, I just for that whole week I was hoping that my flight wouldn't get cancelled, and luckily, yeah, I managed to get out fine. Just before that, Russia had closed their border also.
So,
And
just to be clear, when this pandemic hit, at that time, you were out of the country. You were in Russia for a planned vacation, right? Mhm.
um, well, no, actually, I was still in China at the very beginning, and then I just managed to get out before Hangzhou had locked down. It
Okay.
was literally like I think the day I arrived in Russia, then Hangzhou had started their lockdown.
Okay. And after your
Um,
trip to Russia, were you planning on initially coming back to China, or were you gonna from there go straight back to your country?
yeah, so I did plan to come back to China. So I'd only packed, a week's worth of clothes with me, and I was actually in Siberia, and it was, yeah, very cold, like minus 20 degrees there. So I had packed with me snow boots and a ski suit, and yeah, that's all really I had packed with me.
Oh,
And then I got a call from my boss the day after I arrived in Russia, and he told me, I'm not allowed to
wow.
enter China again. So they just booked me a flight straight away to go
So
back
you
to the
initially had
UK.
planned on coming back to China after your trip to Russia, and that's why you only packed one little suitcase. Uh,
Yeah.
so your apartment and your belongings are still in China right now, right? So what's been happening to your stuff and to your place the past few months? Is there anyone there taking care of it, or
Yeah, so yeah, all my stuff is back in Hangzhou. I have a Chinese roommate. We also work together. We're
oh, okay,
colleagues.
okay.
So yeah, luckily she's actually sent over my laptop and a few more clothes to the UK. So yeah, I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, well, that's good,
Um, yeah. So our apartment is fine because she's currently still in it. Although we've had to move out of our office in
right? Okay.
Hangzhou because yeah, the company who was renting out the office to us, they've they've been having problems because
Right.
of the coronavirus.
With the pandemic, your company and most companies has probably seen a stark drop in like business, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely affected our company. Luckily, we're still up and running right now. We're trying to keep business as usual, but our sales have dropped by like 50% compared to last year.
Right.
Um, but yeah, luckily we're still able to keep open because we have online customers as well.
Okay.
But a lot of our we sell to retailers, but a lot of those have had to close.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much our online customers are keeping us running right now.
Gotcha.
Um,
And I think the
uh,
online community is what's keeping us all sane now, right? I mean, through these talks from Zoom or online talks. I mean, this is one of the ways
yeah,
that we have to keep in touch.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, this communication is key right now. Just keeping in touch with everybody. I'm still keeping in touch with friends in China.
That's great.
Just yeah. Just also trying to find out, well, keep updated about how the situation is over there as well.
And that
Um,
brings
uh,
me to my next question. So currently,
yeah,
I think you mentioned to me prior that you are currently on furlough, right?
yeah,
For all
yeah,
the viewers who may not know what that means, can you give us a brief description on what it means to exactly be on furlough?
yeah. So, furlough is a government scheme, and it was introduced to help out the companies in the UK, like during the pandemic. So basically, the company can decide which of their employees go on furlough, and it means that if you're put on furlough, you're not allowed to work, but you still receive 80% of your pay.
Okay, so to be
And it's
clear, while you are on furlough, you cannot go to work, but you are still eligible to receive 80% of your pay. So that's actually a
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
deal, right? That's actually pretty good. You don't have to go to work, but yet you still get paid.
yeah. That's it. So we could be in a lot worse of a situation right now.
So being on
But
furlough, does that
yeah.
affect your your sick days and your time off days, vacation days? Does that have any sort of effect or no?
Um, well, I think that really depends on the company. I know our company have asked us if we have any holidays booked. So, for example, if I had already had holidays booked for May, then to keep them booked as May and use them.
Okay.
So yeah, they've asked us to do that. But I'm not sure about what other companies
Yeah,
are
so did
doing.
you
Uh,
personally have any holidays booked for May or no?
No, I didn't. So yeah, a lot of because of my job, I do a lot of traveling, and I don't actually have a lot of time off usually. So if I do book any holidays, it's literally like the week before, and then yeah, I'm pretty last minute for that.
Okay. So Steph, so I guess this coronavirus has also given you maybe a bit of a blessing to be able to stay home and spend some time with your parents and with your family, right? Because prior you were saying that you work too much, you don't have time to kind of sit tight or travel, right? So this is kind of giving you an opportunity to have some bonding time with your family.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, since I've been here, I've had my first Easter in the UK
Wow.
for like
That's
5 years.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And yeah, I mean, I never get to spend this much time with my family, so it's good
Yeah. So
to
it's
catch up
yeah,
with
blessing in
everybody.
disguise, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So
Um,
no, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, although I am quite used to having my own space, so I will be looking forward to heading back to Hangzhou as soon as I can.
And at this point, has your company made any sort of indication as to when they might send you back to Hangzhou?
Well, it'll literally be just as soon as the Chinese border opens again.
Oh,
I think a lot of people outside of China are kind of we're all in the same position. Who are usually living in China.
right.
We're all just waiting for the border to open again. I've heard that they're looking at June for people working in trade.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so I'm hoping for them, but we'll see.
So, how has the coronavirus personally affected you and your family?
Yeah, so for me, yeah, so I've been put on furlough, and so has my brother and my
Right.
stepdad as well. So yeah, it's affected us in that way. Um, But I don't know. I think other than that, we're pretty good here. P- uh, yeah, I mean, we're currently at the peak right now in the UK of the number of cases and the number of deaths. But everyone's kind of staying inside, and uh, yeah, everyone's kind of doing as they're told.
Well, that's good to hear because in the U.S. the situation is not as good, right? The daily infection rate in the U.S. keeps going up, and people in the U.S. some are still out there and protesting and trying to live their lives freely. But those people, I think they should understand that in a time of pandemic crisis, some of your civil liberties may have to give way.
Yeah, no, I think they really have to make exceptions. I mean, I can't believe that people are even protesting during a pandemic, but
Well,
anyway.
can I ask you? So when Boris Johnson, because the prime minister of your country, he was
Yeah.
admitted to the ICU because of this pandemic. So when when the people of your country heard that, oh my gosh, our prime minister is in the ICU because of this virus, did it finally hit? Did it hit home that, oh my gosh, this is real?
It did, and I think it also hit home for Boris himself, and it also made him realise how important the NHS is for the UK. So before the Conservative Party, they weren't always putting, the NHS wasn't a priority for them. So I think now that like Boris has, he's been through it himself.
Right.
The NHS has literally saved his life. I think that that's really going to change things for the UK, and um, I think that will a lot more money will be put into the NHS in the future.
Yeah, because I think
Um,
prior to him getting this virus, he was still kind of bragging how he still goes out and shakes people and shakes hands with with everybody, and I
yeah,
he kind of stopped that, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it was a big wake up call for him and for everybody else. So yeah, I'm
So
glad
that's
that
it, right?
everyone's
Like in every bad time, there's always some positive that comes out of it, right? So if that means that through this pandemic, it might spur more funding towards the NHS or groups like this, then that's a good thing too. Um,
yeah,
so
yeah,
no, sorry, go ahead.
yeah. I think there have actually been quite a few positives to come out of this. Yeah, not only about everybody supporting the NHS, but well, I mean, pollution levels have dropped as well all over the world, and just yeah, this greater sense of community, and yeah, hopefully people are gonna yeah, just take a lot more care for the environment after this as well. So yeah, I think every cloud.
Yeah, yeah, silver lining, right? In every class.
Yeah,
So, Steph,
yeah.
during this lockdown period, you haven't been going out much, right? You've been mostly, staying put at home. So, what have you been doing at home to keep yourself busy, to keep yourself, occupied and sane during this time period?
So yeah, I've just still been trying to contact a lot of friends. Yeah, friends all over the world. Been trying to do a lot of as much exercise as I can. I usually go to the gym quite regularly, so when the gym closed, that was a big that was a struggle
Right.
for me.
Have,
um,
have you been working out at home, or do you have any stuff that you can work with, like at home, in terms of trying to keep fit?
well, I was trying to get hold of gym equipment for weeks, but it's all sold out. So instead, I've had to improvise. I've been using like cans of food as weights,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah,
Okay.
um, yeah, and yeah, I do yoga, and we're still allowed to go out once a day for an hour. So I've been either going out for a walk or out for a run. Luckily, we've had really nice weather the last few weeks in the
Okay. Oh,
UK.
wow. So
So
I did not know this. So everyone in the UK, you guys are still allowed to go out once a day for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's right. For exercise.
Okay.
And we're still allowed to go out to the supermarket as well.
Okay.
Um,
So the 1 hour time frame that includes going to the supermarket and exercise, or are those considered separate things?
no, I think they're considered as separate things. So the 1 hour exercise, that's separate.
Okay, so 1 hour for exercise, and then maybe going
If
for
you need
out.
to, yeah, if you still need to go to the supermarket, that's okay. Although we do have a lot of police patrolling the streets and police cars on the motorways, stopping cars, checking
But I
where
mean,
people are going.
is there like a sort of like card or punch card that you can get where they punch in like, okay, you've been out once today, so this is your one time, or how do you get around that? Because I can see many ways to kind of get around that rule. So you can say like, oh, this is my first time going out today, or this is like, how would they know?
I think it's not so much like the amount of times you're going out. I think when the police are stopping you, they're checking you like where are you going. So if you're out and you're just hanging about in the streets with somebody and you're saying that this is you're out doing exercise when you're clearly not,
Right.
or you don't have a good enough excuse, then that's when they're gonna start handing out the fines.
Okay. Because I know in
Yeah.
China during the lockdown period, I think in certain cities, well, because everyone in China lives in like a complex, right? So in
Yeah.
the community, I think everyone gets like a card, like a punch card. So like during that time, I think maybe one person in the family was allowed to go out like once every 2 days for like grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So whenever you would go out, the guard at the gate would punch your card to signify that, all right, you've gone out, right? So that was their
Yeah.
kind of check. But in the UK, it's not this strict, right?
No, but to be honest, I think unless you live in this city, we don't need such strict regulations here. So, for example, like I'm in the suburbs right now, you can walk outside and you're not going to bump into anybody. So, uh,
Yeah.
you know, even we're not supposed to, but I mean, even if you did go out twice a day, like it's going to be pretty safe. It's just, being sensible.
But when you do go out, do you wear a face mask or not really?
Um, well, I haven't really been going anywhere. Well, if I'm, going out for a walk or out for a run, I'm not wearing my face mask because I don't really need to. Like as I said, if
All right.
the
There's,
chances are pretty
there's one around
small of,
you. Yeah.
yeah, there's no one around you. There's no need to wear a mask. But if you're heading into the supermarket, then yeah, I definitely wear a mask.
Okay. So one last question, Stephanie. Do you have any advice for your fellow British countrymen and countrywomen, or for anyone else in the world who might be feeling kind of down and depressed during this pandemic?
Well, I think I'd say in true British style, I'd say keep calm and carry on.
All right.
Yeah, just keep calm and carry on doing what we're doing now. So I think everybody here is still pretty being quite sensible about everything. So keep washing your hands, keep the social distancing,
That's important.
and then and just do what you can throughout the day to help your mood. Do some stretches in the morning
Right?
and keep in contact with family and friends. And then, hopefully we can. We'll all be on the other side of this in a few months' time.
Then later, right? Okay. So, well, thank
Yeah.
you, Steph, for taking the time to talk to us today. I know that right now you do work at home from time to time, right? So I think
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now this conversation is taking place during your work period. So I really appreciate the fact that you're able to give us a few moments of
Yeah.
your busy schedule to share with us the
No
situation
problem.
now in the UK. And Steph, I hope to see you very soon. All right.
Yes, for sure. We'll catch up as soon as I get back to Hangzhou.
Okay. Thank you, Steph, and I hope
All
you
right.
have a great day.
Yeah.
Keep safe, okay?
Yeah. You too. Lovely talking to you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.